one thing you're going to have to get ready with your Audi R8 is the screws that hold them in and the captive nuts. You're going to find that they're seriously seized in. Now you don't want to rip them out, so drill, small drill at first, going bigger and bigger till you get rid of them, and then put some fresh new ones in. So it's the only way. It makes the job a pain, but it has to be done properly. So there you go, good luck. And copper slip them or silver slip them or lube them some way when you put them back if you are taking your arch liners out. So if you take them out again in a year or two or whenever, you can get them out. There you go. So get your shocker in and your bolt. Don't forget, I'm doing this one-handed. So just try and align it. There you go. Your bolt goes through, and that's it. And your nut can go on the other side, like so. And you can just get a ratchet spanner or an 18mm, and you can tighten it up. So there's no need for you to start taking the whole car apart. Just take your liner out and you can do them. And at the back, you've got to, on these, you've got to lift the suspension up to get the bolt through. And I can't recommend this enough as well. When you've got your bolts in, before you tighten them, get your transmission jack. Yeah, here's just an old one I've got here. Get it underneath and just jack the suspension up to take the free play out. Because can you see that? You can see it's got a bit of tolerance in the bolt holes. You can see it rattling. So you could hear it more than see it. So jack it up so that if you tighten it on its point now before you've actually put the car in on the floor, you're tightening the bolts with the free play with the vehicle with no load on it. So if you put your axle stand or your jack, if you've got one, or your transmission jack that I'm using because I'm on a ramp, and you just lift that suspension to take that free play out. That way, when the car's sat on the ground, you haven't got that free play that's got a possibility. If it goes up and down, that starts moving and causes a rattle on your suspension. So yeah, just jack your free play out the suspension when you tighten those bolts, and that's it. Then you can do the setup. As I say, we spend a lot of time. I don't mind helping a bit and showing you this and making your life easy if you're fitting them yourself, but you're going to have to work out what's right for you. Everyone's probably different. You might want it harder, but just be careful. Don't have them rock hard because you don't want to cause any cracks. So that's how you do it. But you can see your liners. It's just liners off. Change your coilovers. None of this wipers off and this, and I'm doing this. But take your free play out your suspension. It's always a good one, that. So there you go. Thank you for watching and good luck. I wanted to give you an update on the BC coilovers as standard suspension or mag ride suspension on Audi R8s. I've put them on, I've set them up. I've got to be honest, on the front it's almost as like a BC, they're a Chinese coilover strut. You've got to wind them right up, and almost there's a hole you can see through the base of the coilover, and the thread part, you have to wind it quite high on the front to get any sort of reasonable gap on the front wing. Drive wise, I've got to be honest, there's the standard car over there. That's got standard shockers, no mag ride on that car. To drive the car, I'd say that drives slightly better with those than the coilovers, but it's just the coilovers are a bit stiffer. I'm being critical, they're still very good, but my issue with them is they are a bit hard. If you have them on, wind them right off anti-clockwise and have them on the standard setting, on the softer setting, it is like driving a pogo stick. It's horrible. You can't have them like that. It's like you've got no shock absorber at all on there. So kind of a bit too much on that. But yeah, they're good. They are good. But for 300 quid for standard ones or those, what would I go for? I don't know, just drive wise, that feels nicer. Only slightly, but it just feels that little bit better, this one. So, but don't let it put you off. Put BC coilovers on. They're not bad. I'm just my personal feeling. You might have a different view than I do. See what you think. But yeah, really good. They're on. That's the main thing. This has had new discs and pads and everything, this car. So we've spent brand new tyres. See there, Pirelli tyres, brand new discs. Done a load of work underneath. The blue one, if you follow one of my other videos, that one's had a front diff rebuild as well. Under trays on them are horrible, screws everywhere, they snap off. You've got to spend a lot of time getting them dead right and making sure they fit as they left the factory. But yeah, that's BC coilovers. Don't let it put you off. Do use them. You'll just find it's just a little bit go-karty stiffer than the standard car. It's not a bad thing. If you like that, you know, it certainly won't put me off buying them. But if I'm using the car every single day, I'd go for stand suspension every time. So thanks for watching.